Hi Aries, welcome to my channel. I am Donatella and we are doing the March 2018 reading for you today. First of all, I want to thank you so much and welcome you to my channel. And I could just get that feeling that your season is coming. Right after Pisces season, we're on the edge and it's starting to become your season, and I feel like you're about to feel like yourself. Right now, currently, there's a lot of confusion going, but there's going to be very much and more clarity as the times progress. Right after mid-April, you're going to be much more clear on how to get things done the way you wanted to get them done. There's some things that are just jumbled right now, as far as communication, as far as relationships, as far as work. Things are just not making any sense. What you had wanted is not looking like what it should have looked like. And I get it. I understand. There's some things that just happened. They're out of our hands. And we always strive to do the best that we can. And sometimes it just, other people don't see it that way. Other people don't see it the way that we see it. And sometimes we just have to do what's best for us. And some people don't understand that. How much more of ourselves do we have to give? I get it. I get it. But sometimes when we win, we just have to ask ourselves, does it bring us satisfaction even after we've won? And that might be sometimes the realization that we go through. That when we get our way, does it still feel good? So that's why we should wait on certain decisions that we make sometimes. And this might be the big one. So I would say after like the end of April, like around the end of April, if you feel like signing a new contract for something that you've wanted to do, like something big, not something that's like maintenance and getting something fixed. I'm saying like signing papers that are going to make changes to your life. Because usually if you make changes during the Mercury retrograde, if communication is mixed up, that's going to cause you to not read something that is in the contract. So if you, by all means, if you have to make your changes, make your changes. But make sure that you read on the dotted line. Make sure you read the small print. Make sure you read the reviews and make sure that that item is not broken all the time, because Mercury also represents metal. There's so much fire in the sky right now. So I would just be really careful with the words that we use, because people are taking them a lot differently. And a lot of people are speaking up their truths. It's the season of speaking up truths, okay? So just be really prepared for that. And knowing that, if you can also try to keep a sensitive side so that way you don't lose what is meaningful to you. Because that could also be detrimental. That could be something that you didn't see coming. A feeling that you had that you didn't understand. And maybe you're understanding things a little bit differently now. And maybe you have evolved much better and you're understanding things like you never saw before, just recently. I think the solar eclipse that happened last August in Leo had a huge effect on Aries. And since then, you've come into a lot of realizations and a lot of things have changed for you. And you feel like the world is not the same as it used to be. And all you could do is just speak your truth. But sometimes you're holding back because, you don't know how it's going to affect things sometimes. But that's the most frustrating thing that you can go through, Aries. I understand you want to talk about it, Like, why? Why shouldn't I? Is the feeling I get from you. So I get it. I totally get it. But I'm on your side too. And I always want to see my Aries friends happy. Because without you being happy, it's like losing the sunlight in our life. So I understand when you can't be yourself, you're not going to be happy. I get it. But at what cost? There should be a limitation to everything. So, without further ado, let me just wrap up one last thing. The reason why I was just saying that is because of Mercury retrograde. Just make sure that whatever you say is clear to your loved ones, okay? Make sure you are crystal clear, like not coming back on your words tomorrow or the next day. Like, this is really, 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 really how you feel. And you're in a position to say it. So please make sure that this is something that you can say that will not hurt you or the people that you love, but leave them in a way where they're going to be okay too. Because I think at some point you do care. And I know you guys have the biggest hearts in the world when you love your people. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I just flipped a card right now. The first card that I have is the Ace of Wands. So this is definitely a fire card. So you're starting to feel your passion. There's something stirring up inside of you. It's like this feeling of passion. It's like the wheels are starting to turn. It's like the sensation of, oh, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get it done. And it's because of something is crossing you, okay? I don't know if it's because of the Page of Cups is crossed. Let me explain to you who the Page of Cups is. The Page of Cups is someone who you think is like an adolescent or someone that is much more immature than you. Either they're the person that you love, who is much more immature than you, that's crossing the passion. Whoever you think is the person that you love who is immature. It's like either hindering your desires of what you want to do, or in the back of your mind, you're like, oh my goodness, like, what am I going to do with this person? You know, like, they're really affecting me right now. Like, the way that they're acting, like, they took a step back. Like, what's going on with this? I don't understand. It could be, I see Page of Cups as somebody that has water in their chart. So, sun, moon, ascending, or it could be a full-on Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer, or they could have that in their chart. But this person is really affecting your passion, your drive, like the thing that really, really pushes you to make you happy. And I see, because you feel like when this person is in the way, they don't want to celebrate with you. And that could really frustrate with you, because there's some accomplishment that you want to make, and you don't see them as a person that has the passion to celebrate with you. And that causes you a lot of frustration, you know? Makes you feel like, oh, like, if I can't celebrate this happiness, like, why are you around? Pretty much. I see the 5 of Cups, and it's reversed. And basically it's telling me there was a time of distance, that you guys are not distant anymore. But that's like the recent card that I see. You know, this had a lot of effect on your life. The moment that you were distant at a point in your life, and this has really affected you. It either affected you or the other person, but it caused some kind of depression. Like, either you're not there emotionally, or you weren't there physically, but it was in the past, and that has been affecting your relationship. Because prior to that, you were very generous. I see the 5 of Coins, and you being overly generous and like over the top has caused issues to you. And that has caused you to withdraw. So the act of overgiving, giving more than you can. I don't know. I kind of feel like you're kind of withdrawing too. I feel like your energy is kind of withdrawn too. Aries, I feel like it's because someone is not talking to you. It could be an air sign, because it says King of Swords. that is usually an Aquarius. It's a Libra or a Gemini. And their words sometimes have so much power for you when that person is upright. Like, when this person is like at this position and they stay at this position, their words are like helium for your hot air balloon. This could be a friend, it could be a partner, but when they're upside down and the lack of communication, sometimes it could feel like a hindrance. And it's this feeling of like, I got away with it? Or, I don't know, like, you see his facial expression? You know, or like somebody steals from you. Either they steal your heart or you steal their heart. The feeling of like being robbed. I don't know how to explain it. It's like, I did something for you. You don't appreciate it. Or the other person. Or just took it for granted. Or taking someone else for granted. But it's like that sly feeling. I don't know. And it's like mocking too at the same time. I don't know if you have been mocking someone. But it's still swords because it's not a satisfactory feeling. I saw the sun in reverse. It's not a satisfactory feeling. You know, and that card coming after that, it's even more clear to me. It's like getting away with something, like having the power to do something, doing it, and then you're like, I got away with it. I'm happy to do it. But it doesn't bring you happiness. And you're just realizing like, okay, wait a minute. I was doing what I wanted. I was doing what I wanted. And it didn't make me happy? That's weird. So it causes you to have this feeling of leaving. Or maybe you already wanted to go. And this was like an addition of like, get me out of this situation. Give me different cards so I can get out of this. It's like this feeling like I don't want to deal with this. Like I don't. Give me a jet plane. I want to get the hell out of here right now. Like that. Because at the end of the month, I see you as the Fool. You're about to do something you've never done. You're about to feel something you've never felt. You're about to go into realization and making that change that you needed to make. I see it, Aries. I see you making that change. And it's like this epiphany that you had inside of you. I don't know if you were thinking about how destructive or how you felt like leaving would be better, or being destructive would be better, or finding self-happiness would be better, and then you have like dissatisfaction from it. I don't know. But what I do see is that you do have to travel, and it is something that you want to do. And I think you're going to take a leap of faith. I see you driving somewhere and taking a chance and doing something that you didn't think that you were going to do. But for the benefit, for the positive. I don't see it as something that you're doing negative. I see it something like you're about to do something that's going to make some amazing progress. And I just feel like it's more than just for one person. I feel like it's like it's your influence. Like I see that when I see when I see the Fool card, some astrologers say that this is the card of Aries because Aries is the first zodiac sign. The Fool card is usually like that's the first card in the deck when you first buy cards. It's the guy that takes the chance. The guy that's not scared. The Joker. The one that's like, you know what, I could do this. No problem. The risk is exciting. The risk is exciting. I don't know if you're going to take, I don't know if you want, I see the Lover's card was reversed. Either you're going to delay the love, you're going to make it better, you're going to do something to delay to make it better, or you're going to completely detach. But it's like a risk that is so freeing, and then it's working together in the family life. So if this makes sense to you, where you're detaching and coming together as a family. So I don't know if that means like you guys are going to travel and move somewhere else and become a better family by traveling, or you're going to take a risk by like speaking up and like saying stuff that needs to get said, and taking a drive somewhere and like doing the thing that you need to do to bring back your family together. But it was because of a lack of a union that you have. I don't know if you disassociated with your friends, King of Sword, or the satisfaction of celebration. It's because of that. But there's going to be a reason for you to take a risk this month. And I'm praying for you that it's going to be positive. Because only you know. You've already been through it before. This is not your first time. This is not your first rodeo. You know what's the right thing. You're starting to feel it more and more and more as time progresses. So, if you guys can like leave me a comment on what is progressing for you, I would love to hear more inspirational stories, because sometimes Aries needs to know how awesome they are, because you guys don't know how awesome you guys are. You guys are definitely super awesome. You guys are like the bright sunshine. And you guys are the life of the party. And I need you guys to bounce back and bring everything together back in order like it was before. Sometimes you have to act like your opposite sign, Libra. Because sometimes your power to bring people together is very strong as well. And you have the capabilities of making a lot of people happy around you. So, I just want to thank you guys for that. Because you guys help people see who they can be truly, how they can be truly themselves. Because you guys know self so well that you help other people learn how to be themselves and not to be fake. You guys let people express themselves. You guys are amazing people, and you guys all definitely need to know that. So this concludes our March 2018 reading. Please come back next month. There's going to be a lot of changes happening in astrology in April. So if you guys like to subscribe, definitely go ahead and subscribe, so that way we can share some news with you next month. So that way I can tell you exactly what's going to be happening in astrology. And then I'd love to hear your feedback. Please, again, like, share, and subscribe. Again, thank you for joining me today, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.